Mr. Andronis back here, and we are here to talk about the possibility of Apple getting into the gaming industry, buying not only EA, Activision, but also Take-Two Interactive, which is pretty crazy to think about. But there is a talk going on about Apple getting into the gaming industry. There's actually a couple of things that they're actually looking into getting. Apple is worth about...
Got it. The gate's opening.
Apple is worth about $256 billion, and there's 3 acquisitions that they're looking to getting into. The first is definitely the biggest, and I think the least likely to happen. But they're actually looking into buying Disney for, Disney's worth about $237 billion, and Apple is actually thinking about getting into buying them, which I think is very unlikely to happen. I don't see that happening. I don't see Disney selling to Apple. I have a hard time seeing that happen and believing that. And the second thing that they're actually looking into possibly buying and investing into is Netflix for $56 billion. And that's actually a pretty interesting one. That could happen. I see that happening more so than Apple buying Disney, but it could happen. They could buy Disney. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. But them looking into also possibly buying Netflix, I could see that happening. Do I hope it happens? To be honest, no, because I love Netflix. That's my favorite streaming service for movies and all that. And I'm not a big fan of companies buying other companies because we've seen a lot in the past. Whenever it happens, it kind of ruins what the company was before. Unless you're Amazon. When Amazon bought Twitch, I was very skeptical. But they announced when they bought Twitch, they announced that they would leave everybody in charge of Twitch that was currently in charge, and they would remain in charge. So basically, all the bosses at Twitch would remain the same, which is totally fine. That's totally fine, and I was happy when they announced that. And if you told me that Amazon owned Twitch, I wouldn't even know, And apparently my teammates are. This is live commentary.
Well, at least
apparently my teammates are going forward, so we'll keep going forward. But yeah, so if Amazon bought Netflix, I don't know if they would change. I don't know if you would see the difference. For all they could just slap a big Apple logo right. Oh man, we got big man. They can slap a big Apple logo right on Netflix. You never know. Do I think that's gonna happen? No, I don't think they would. I don't think they would do that. But you never know. We don't know what kind of. What the hell? I'm gonna die too. Oh man, I'm gonna freaking die. This isn't good. Oh man. Well, that guy is sort of shooting me from above. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Hopefully I get picked up. Yeah, hopefully I get picked up. Swag. Well, I'll be respawning anyway. So yeah, could it happen? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, apparently I'm back in. Supercharged. There we go. But, obviously for us video game fans, the biggest thing that interests us is them buying... What the hell? We got... Oh my god. This guy again. Freaking annoying, man. Why is that even there? But yeah, EA is worth about $25 billion, which is actually a lot less. I don't know if I'm actually, stating true facts here or not, but that is what they additionally, that's their revenue, is basically that number. And then Take-Two is worth about $64 billion, and Activision/Blizzard is worth about $53 billion, which is a lot of green. That's a lot of money. But if this were to happen, it would be pretty interesting. I think, if Apple was looking into getting into the gaming industry, I say why not just make a freaking console, I think that would be pretty kick-ass if Apple made a console. But apparently that's not the case. They're looking into just buying EA, Activision, and Take-Two. Which, if you don't know Take-Two, some people might not know this. Take-Two, they are the owners of Rockstar Games and 2K Games. So obviously they would own Grand Theft Auto, they would own Red Dead Redemption, they would own BioShock, you know, all those big names. Now, if they bought Activision, would they own Blizzard? I watched a video, it's from The Know, and they said, you know, they pretty much just said that they would own Overwatch and all those things. I don't know if that's actually the case, because Activision doesn't own Blizzard, and Blizzard doesn't own Activision, you know? They're kind of just in partnership together. They don't really own each other or anything like that. They're just, you know, they work together. So, if Apple bought... Oh, he's dying. If Apple bought Activision, I don't know if they would necessarily own Blizzard, you know?
Finally, the abomination has been destroyed. The Vanguard will be grateful.
So that's something to think about. And apparently the mission is over. This is just going to be one video of me talking about this. And then the rest will be some additional videos of me doing some Destiny Strike Mission gameplay. Because I've been wanting to play this game, I've been wanting to do some gameplay of this game. But I figured I would talk about that topic first with live commentary. Talking about the possibility acquisition of Apple buying EA, Activision, and Take-Two. Which is pretty crazy to think about, but apparently it is in the talks. I don't want to say it's in the works, but it is in the talks. As well as them buying Disney, which I think is unlikely to happen. And also the possibility of them buying Netflix, which is pretty interesting and a lot of money to be investing in. But you know, you can never have enough money. That's why these companies are as big as they are, because they always say, you know, maybe we made enough money. Absolutely not. You gotta make more. You gotta keep making more until you're the freaking, you know, until you own the freaking universe. Pretty much. And that's, you know, if Apple wasn't at that already, they definitely, you know, they're definitely going even larger if they invest in Disney. I can't imagine how much money they would have then. With all, you know, think about it, with all their iPhones and, you know, their tablets and their computers and everything else, in the addition of owning Disney and all their movies and all their revenue, that'd just be insane. But, you know, I say if they're getting into the gaming industry, I say make a freaking console. I think it would be really interesting if Apple made a console. You know, out of all of the companies out there that would possibly make a console to go against Microsoft and Sony, I would say Apple would probably be the best one. Definitely would be the biggest difference between the two. Apparently we're doing this strike mission, the Undying Mine.
I like this place better when it's dead.
Yeah, me too, buddy. But yeah, I would like to see Apple make a console. I wouldn't really care or like it if Samsung doesn't really make, well, apparently now they're starting to make computers. I think I saw actually a Samsung computer on Amazon. I didn't even know about that until I saw it. But Samsung's not really known for making computers, or, you know, well, you could say a phone is kind of like a computer, you know. But I don't really see Samsung like making a console, but I kind of could see Apple making a console. And the reason why I said Amazon before, because I remember when Amazon came out, the Amazon Fire TV, and they had the additional gaming setup with it. And they also bought that one game studio that made Killer Instinct, because they were actually looking into getting into the gaming industry. I don't know if that's still on their mind or not, because, you know, I don't know if that's still on their mind or not, because I haven't really heard anything from Amazon with making games. I think they're kind of just, there's so many different things that Amazon are doing these days, especially with movies and TV shows for their Amazon video stream, that maybe they dropped the idea of being into or getting into the gaming industry. But out of all the companies, out of all the big companies that possibly look into getting into the gaming industry, I say Apple would probably be, you know, the best and biggest one to possibly fight against Microsoft and Sony, you know, with Xbox and PlayStation. You know, Steam, Valve tried to do with the Steam Machine and Alienware. You know, they kind of tried to do it, but it failed pretty hardcore. But you know, at least they tried. You know, I have an Alienware Steam Machine. Didn't really go too well. Alienware and Valve really didn't get far. Most likely because it was a Linux and, you know, the console or the computer, whatever you want to call it, both kind of just has some you know, problems, including mine. I have some problems with my Steam Machine. Doesn't like to boot up, get the yellow light, death, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. This first video is just gonna be about me talking about that, and then the rest is just gonna be titled, you know, Destiny Strike missions, gameplay, you know, all that fun stuff. It's harder to talk about topics while doing live commentary. It's harder than it looks. It's easy to commentate on the you know, what's going on in the game, but to talk about topics while playing a game is a lot harder, especially in Destiny. You know, Destiny's a pretty hectic, pretty action-packed game. So there's that. Got all these guys running amok. But yeah, I've been wanting to do some gameplay of this game for a while, as well as Halo 5. Eventually, I want to do some Halo 5 gameplay for you guys. But you know, I figure I have to do some video gameplay of this, and then Monday we'll get back into Prey, get back into doing my playthrough. I don't have a whole lot of time on my hands today, so I just want to do a little bit of gameplay of Destiny because I've been wanting to do it. And then Monday, you know, I'll get back into doing the rest of my playthrough for Prey, and everybody will be happy. This guy is. I thought he was maybe boosting up, man. Boosting up. The booster. Got those guys over there. So yeah, I like doing Strike Zone missions the most in this game. Out of all, you know, out of all the competitive modes and the open world missions and all that, I like doing Strike Zone missions the most. So I figured do some gameplay of this, since I have some free time today on this beautiful Saturday, this rainy-ass Saturday. And eventually I would like to do some gameplay of Halo 5. So you can probably look into seeing some of that in the future. Follow our teammates now. But yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? If that acquisition would happen or not, Apple buying EA, Activision, Take-Two, what would your guys' opinion be on it? Or would you rather see Apple make a console like I would, you know? I mean, I'm not a big Apple guy. I have an iPhone, but as far as computers go, like I said, I don't have a Mac computer or anything. For a tablet, I have a Kindle Fire. For a phone, I have an iPhone. And then for a computer, I have my Alienware Steam Machine. And if I just had a regular computer, it would probably be a Dell. I know a lot of people hate Dell, but you know, it would either be Dell or probably HP, to be honest. You know. And then I have both my PlayStation and Xbox, so can't ask me which one between those two. Alright, continue on here. Oh boy. It's gonna get crazy, guys. We'll probably do oh baby, this is getting pretty crazy. We're getting the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, I'm very excited for Destiny 2. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'll probably do more Strike Zone missions in the future, as well as like I said, I would like to do also gameplay of Halo 5. You probably won't see me doing any gameplay of Black Ops 3 or Titanfall 2, because I am not the best at those games, and I would rather not embarrass myself. So you probably won't see any gameplay of those games. You will see a lot of gameplay of Call of Duty World War II, though. I actually do want to do a video of me talking about Call of Duty World War II and why I think that game is actually going to be really good and it's going to win a lot of people back. Call of Duty is going to win. Call of Duty World War II is going to win a lot of people back in their hearts, I think. Will revive my teammate. He must have got fucked up.